Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to my channel, to my Wonderland, and to my Funko wall. So today I am here to show you my new 5 Funko Pops.
It's coffee time!
So from the 5, 4 of them are horror related. So I'm going to show you first the one that it's not really horror related. And these Funko Pops are very hand-picked. They are Funko Pops that I really wanted. And you know, I have been so good controlling myself with Funko Pops. I have not done so well with movies. I have been buying movies like a crazy person from my movie collection, but I have toned it down a little bit with the Funko Pop. So I am trying to aim for the ones that I really want, or the ones that I need to finish certain collections. So let's take a look at them. The first one, and the one that is not horror related, it is because the Funko Pops from this show were released years ago and they are bolted. They are very expensive, very hard to get, and luckily they have released a new wave now that includes all the main characters from that show. So I decided that I needed to jump and get these new ones before they also get bolted and expensive. The show I'm talking about is Big Bang Theory, and we have Penny. So this is the Penny that belongs to the new wave, and I picked her up because I saw her on sale and because I live for this chapter. Is one of my favorite ones, in which Penny basically gets to being a complete gamer, doesn't leave the apartment, doesn't change clothes, doesn't shower, and ends up with the Cheeto in her head. And I just thought that was fantastic. I saw myself a little bit in her when I was younger, and I was like gaming for hours because I had the time. And I decided to get this one first, but I do want to collect all the new ones from the Big Bang Theory, because the only ones I have are the 4 main characters beaming up in the Star Trek suits, but I do not have any of like the original ones. And I have to say, I'm so happy that in the new wave they decided to add Stuart. Finally, he was even left out when they did the first Funko Pops. So now let's go and check her out a little bit more in detail, and let's unbox her. So here is Penny, and this is from the newest wave from Big Bang Theory that was released this year. And it is a little bit bigger wave because now we are also getting Stuart Bloom, and this is the first one, but I do want to have all of them. And here is Penny out of the box. As you can see, she has her hair in a bun. She's wearing the earphones with the microphone, and she has like under her eyes everything smudged because she was wearing makeup and it got all smudged. She has the Cheeto stuck in her hair. She's holding her laptop. I love that, you know, they kept everything exactly as in that moment, in that episode. The same clothes, even the same shoes. They paid attention to that as well, and I absolutely love it. I love that they chose this exact moment to portray it into a Funko Pop with the Cheeto in her hair, and it is fantastic. And it was definitely one of my favorite episodes and one of my favorite sides of Penny. The next Funko Pop belongs to another TV show that I adore. It is a Netflix exclusive, and it had a recent season that everybody really enjoyed, or I hope so. And I'm talking about Stranger Things, and I have Nancy, and this is the Nancy. It's the first Nancy that they released, and I didn't have any from her characters, so I decided to grab her because I also saw her on sale, and my aim is to get at least one of each character from Stranger Things. And then if I want to add, because I really find a specific, you know, edition of that character really cool, I might add it. But at least to have one of each character. I'm still missing Jonathan, so I have to get him next. But I decided to pick her up. I love the Nancy from season 1, and I love the Nancy from season 2. Was not such a fan of Nancy from season 3 for some reason, but anyways, let's unbox her. So here is Nancy. As you can see, she is from one of the earlier waves from Stranger Things. She belongs to season 1. As you can tell also by her clothes. And I needed a Nancy for the Stranger Things collection, and I found this one for a very good price, so I decided to snatch her. Here is Nancy, and she's holding the little pistol. This is basically from the moment where Barb disappears and she decides to go and investigate with Jonathan, and they kind of train, you know, shooting weapons, and they go to try to enter the Upside Down to try and get Barb back. And I absolutely love those scenes. I always loved Barb, and I'm glad now that I have Nancy and I can add her to my Stranger Things collection. Next, we have a character from a movie this time that is getting part 2 later on this year. You've probably guessed it. It is It. And I was missing one of the kids. I mean, you can see it because they're here behind me, so you can do the math. And for some reason, this kid was kind of harder to get, and some people were overpricing him already, and I waited and it paid off because I finally found him for a really good price, and that is Ritchie, who is played by Finn Wolfhard, that plays Mike in Stranger Things. And I really like the character of Ritchie as well. It's the only kid that I was missing. Their new Funko Pops already have been announced for It Chapter 2, especially a lot of Pennywise. And there is an oversized Pennywise that has stolen my heart, and I'm gonna try to get that one. But yeah, for me it was important to finish collecting the ones that I was missing from the first wave, so I decided to pick up Ritchie. Here is Ritchie, and finally I got him because I was already thinking that I was gonna have to spend so much money for him, but luckily I got him for a good price, and this officially closes the wave for me. I think I have most of the Pennywises. I have a couple of exclusive and chase, so I think you know, I'm gonna maybe close it with the ones that I already have, but we shall see because the next wave will be coming soon. Here is Ritchie, and like the other kids, he's holding something, you know, characteristic to his character, something that we relate with him, which in this case is the bat. And I love his clothing that we know from the movie. I love his little freckles, and it is super cute and adorable. It's funny because it does look a little bit similar to the Funko Pop for Mike, since it's the same actor, but you can, you know, totally tell that this is Ritchie, beep beep Ritchie. And I absolutely love the whole cast. I also love the adults that they have casted for Chapter 2, and I just cannot wait to watch it. And our next Funko Pop also comes from a Netflix exclusive show, and I didn't even expect them to do Funko Pops from this, to be honest, and they only released the main character. So I don't know if they're planning on doing more characters later on, but I really wanted to have it because it is a character that I also loved from the comics, and that is Sabrina, and it is from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but she comes with Salem, which is super cute. And I decided I needed this Funko Pop because I really did enjoy the Netflix series. There's only 2 seasons for now, but I just really like the vibe, I like the humor, and I'm really into it. And in real life now, I always say praise Satan or thanks the Lord Satan, and you know, it's become part of my daily thing, and I owe that to Zelda, that I think she says it the most in the series. So I'm super glad to finally have Sabrina, and let's unbox her. And here we have Sabrina, Spellman, and Salem. And I love this 2-pack so much. I was aware of the comics. I do have some of the loose issues. And I always loved it, always loved the style. And I absolutely love that Netflix kept that intro with, you know, images from the original comic. And I love this series from season 1. I fell in love with the characters. I thought they did a great job adapting the comic, even though, you know, there are changes that have to be made. And I am so glad that they decided to make at least one Funko Pop. And here is Sabrina Spellman with Salem, and they gave her the look that she has in the first season, especially at the very beginning. We do know that she goes through some changes as the season progresses. But I absolutely love this look. I love Salem. He's a very basic cat. There's nothing too special about it, but I love cats and I like small Funko Pops. So I absolutely love 2-packs like this. I think they're really cool and really special, and I hope that one day Netflix is gonna release this in a physical copy, because I would really like to collect this series and have it for the future, because I would really like to own it. And the last one is a Funko Pop that, for me, when it was announced, I knew it was gonna be my favorite Funko Pop for 2019. I already knew it, and I am so grateful that they decided to release this character from the original movie from 1989 and not from the reboot. And probably you've guessed which character I'm talking about. I'm talking about the character from the movie Pet Sematary, and we have Gage Creed. This is the kid from the family that moves into the new house, and it comes with Churchill the cat. And when I saw this Funko Pop, like, I got so excited. I absolutely loved the book from 1983, and I loved the first movie adaptation from 1989 because Stephen King was involved. I loved how they did it. Stephen King's even to see in the movie, in the funeral scene, and for me it always had a special place in my heart. I think that's what I also didn't like the new one. I mean, it was also like trying to be objective and putting myself a little bit away from the original. It was a very weak movie, and that ending was unforgivable. And so I was super pumped when I saw this Funko Pop, and I think if nothing comes that I have seen, it's gonna be my favorite Funko Pop of 2019. And here is the other 2-pack. We have Gage Creed and Church the cat. I absolutely love everything about this Funko Pop, so you know, I love that it's based on the first movie. I love that both characters are also already dead and came back to life, and it is just fantastic and probably gonna be my favorite Funko Pop for this year. So here is Gage Creed, and he's holding the scalpel that he will use later on in the movie to terrorize the neighbor. Absolutely love this pop. Love the fact, like I said, that they portray him already dead, and the cat as well, Churchill. I love this cat way more than Salem because this cat has a little bit more of detailing, you know, the scratches. He's showing his teeth. It totally fits the character. It totally fits the movie. I love that Gage comes with his clothes also all torn up and with blood in them. It is fantastic, and I always welcome Funko Pops based on this Stephen King universe. Okay guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing of my new 5 Funko Pops. As you can see, they're a little bit more hand-picked than when I started collecting Funko Pops, because I cannot go all out and crazy at this point until I move to a bigger apartment, maybe with a little bit more space for all my Funko Pops. So I'm trying to be a little bit more selective, and one of the things that I always say that I really want to collect are horror Funko Pops. So most of them that I've shown you are horror. And Penny from Big Bang Theory, it's because Big Bang Theory is a show that I can watch over and over and over again and never get tired. It is 100% my humor, and I absolutely love it, and I see myself in a lot of things in that show, and I'm just such a huge fan that I do want to have those pops. But for the rest, I'm trying to focus a little bit more on horror and things that I really love, so that I don't go too crazy like I used to do at the very beginning when I started collecting Funko Pops. Let me know down below your thoughts on the pops that I have shown you in this video. Let me know so far which are your favorite Funko Pops that were released in 2019. Leave your comments down below. And also remember, you guys, to give the video a big thumbs up for support. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet, because you don't want to miss any more coffee times with me. And also remember to click on the notification bell so you're being notified every time that I upload the videos, and normally I do it twice a week. And if you want to follow me into the social media, I do have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I post there regularly. So the links to those are also in the description box down below. And I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!